Hello Internet, welcome to Techno's Corner. Today we're going to be discussing a few basic instruments that are implemented on computers. So one common question that I get asked a lot is, what is BIOS, or BIOS, or UEFI, or I don't know any slang terms of saying that. BIOS refers to as a basic input-output system. This is essentially the very first thing that boots up on your computer. It's what ends up waking up your processor, your RAM. It also ends up telling the computer what programs to load in a specific order. And don't be concerned, everybody has one. Even your smartphone has a BIOS in some way, shape, or form. Without it, modern computers can't exist. A UEFI is a Unified Extension Firmware Interface. This is what actually allows you to overclock and do a bunch of things. Hyperdrive your RAM or make it run faster. You can also end up controlling cooling methods on your computer. Most computers that you buy in the store will not have a UEFI, or they'll have one that's a factory installed and you can't necessarily adjust it. In many ways, I guess you'd say most computers nowadays do have a basic UEFI. As far as being able to customize it from the store, most of the time it's not customizable because they're made for the average user, which is just basic net browsing. And a UEFI is kind of difficult to explain. UEFIs run very similar to a BIOS. It shows you your fan. It shows you how fast your processor is running. It shows you how much RAM you have, their bus speeds, but much more colorful than just looking at a blue screen with white text. UEFIs usually come in a very range of colors. For example, mine is an ASUS, so it's a red color. I'll show you later on in the video. And there's a lot of things that you can actually tweak on the system itself. For example, fan speed, which is not accessible in the simple BIOS. You can also adjust the RAM speed as well. This is why I recommend building your own system, because you can always have RAM running faster than what the manufacturer intended. Now mind you, keep in mind, if you do end up overclocking things like your processor, your graphics card, and your RAM, of course you're going to be putting more wear and tear on your system. But that's for another day. So you can probably hear, but there's my computer running in the background, obviously, and this is an example of what a UEFI looks like. Now mind you, this is the advanced version because I do overclock. I leave a lot to auto, so whenever I actually need it, it will automatically overclock. And so for example, my processor can actually go up to a 4.4 in present cooling system. And right now I'm running 3300 bus speed. That will be explained in another episode. 16 gigs worth of storage on the RAM. But anyways, this is just basically to give you a basic idea of what a UEFI looks like. Here's the same thing in easy mode. So for example, I have system performance. I can adjust how quiet it is, power saving, brownout set to normal, and then there's ASUS optimal. Now I'm not usually overclocking a lot of my stuff because I care a lot about how my computer runs, its cooling, and I know for a fact right now it's not super adequate. It's not quite enough to completely make the absolute best of my system. I'm still working on it. I will be installing water cooling fairly soon. Now, one other thing that I want to get out of the way is that I don't necessarily think of the PC gamer as the PC master race. Well, yes, graphics and everything else might end up being better on a computer. That doesn't also always mean the better game. I don't necessarily care too much about graphics. Take, for example, a game like Undertale. #not sponsored. it uses 16-bit graphics in modern day, and graphically wise, it's actually it's colorful, and it really works with the game. But compared to things like Witcher 3, which look astronomically amazing with their high-end graphics, it just goes to show you that graphics is only one part of what creates a video game. But anyways, that's a debate for another topic. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll be sure to shoot some more videos sometime in the near future. Thank you very much, guys.